Well, I mean, my situation kind of all started when I graduated nursing school in the height of the pandemic in 2020. And that was already a struggle in itself. But I think I kind of dug myself deeper into that hole with the use of credit cards because it was difficult to start off with no job, with no nursing job, trying to find a position. And that kind of just spiraled into maxing out those credit cards and to the point of maxing out those credit cards to total of 20K, not including the student loans that I have from nursing school. But I think I just hit that peak of my money situation when it came to the point that I wasn't able to pay for even just like a $5 meal, like a fast food meal. And I was even utilizing those buy now, pay laters, which is what layaways are called now. I was utilizing those for groceries. So I knew I had to change something. And so I kind of held
You
myself
knew this when
accountable
you
to
couldn't
start
pay for
dropping.
lunch. You knew this when you couldn't pay for lunch.
Yeah, it was literally just a lunch that I had that I wanted to get for myself for during work. I wasn't able to do it, and I cried that day. I knew when I cried for that meal, I knew that was my breaking point. And so,
Are you doing the
um,
thing? Have you been doing, Kayla, the thing that Melody just said don't do? And that is making the minimum payment on your cards, just the minimum
yeah,
payments?
yes, I since 2020, I've accumulated about 5 credit cards, and since then, I've been just doing the minimums, and I just recently actually calculated all of the interest that I was paying over these 5 years, and yeah,
What was the number?
I can't remember on the top of my head, but combination of everything was 5,000 plus.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, so and that really, like, lit a fire in me
Isn't that
to
interesting? Because most people, I mean, that's why everything I was nodding to, everything Melody said, because you don't think about it. I remember when I first came out of college and got my first credit card, I was so excited. And you think only 20% minimum, only
For less.
15% minimum payment. And you think, oh, well, that's not so much. And then you get 3 or 4 credit cards. And before you know it, you have so much debt, you don't see how you're going to get yourself out of it.
Yeah, it just ended up being a whole snowball effect of using all of the credit cards, and I think putting it all on paper in front of me and seeing all the numbers in front of me, I think that's when it clicked and put me back into reality of we need to do something about
So
this.
what's your question for Melody?